Hi, how are you guys?
Hi, sir, we are from DLC and we're here to cover you on member story.
You're welcome to our abode.
How's your day being?
It's been a great day today. I had fun in the morning because I met my friends early in the morning today after a long time because I was in Kasoli for the whole week. And we had fun. We exchanged a lot of notes, had tea together.
That's a beautiful place you have, sir.
Thank you. So this is the ground floor of our house, which is used by my son. And that's his den kind of place, which he uses to party with his friends. That's a live edge table, which we got made specially for our daughter's wedding. And that's a painting by one of my friends. He's an architect, we're classmates, and he does these beautiful paintings.
Describe yourself in one sentence.
Out of the box, a fast learner and compassionate.
Describe your professional self in a hashtag.
Ever learning.
Why architecture and design?
You know, in my younger days, I was in Chandigarh a lot. And the Chandigarh city is a mecca of architecture for India. And it's a live experience that is going on over there. It's a live workshop. That's how it started.
One project that's close to your heart.
So we did a building in Goa. It is the Secretariat for South Goa government. And it is on the local Portuguese style of architecture. And that's very close to our heart. And it's a building that reflects the heritage of Goa. And it's a great building, it's a large building, and it impacts. You know, unknown people sometimes call us that thank you for protecting the heritage of Goa.
One of your dream projects?
So our dream project is we are doing a project in Kasoli, which is villas and a resort, which is very close to our heart and very important. It covers a lot of aspects of our profession, like sustainability, giving back to society, skill development. You name it and we have it in that project.
Which city you grew up in?
I grew up in Delhi. I was born in Delhi and I grew up in Delhi.
What was your first job?
I worked with an architect for a year and then I started my own practice. And the first project that we did was Timber Trail Resort in the mountains at Parvanu, with the one with the ropeway. So that was a very big learning experience that we had.
Who are the key influences in your life?
The key influences in my life are my elders. They taught us to be very compassionate and being very transparent and hardworking.
What, according to you, is your biggest achievement till date?
Raising 2 children and making them responsible citizens on this planet. So they understand sustainability, they are compassionate, they are responsible. So that's the biggest achievement I think we have.
Your role model?
Anybody who is contributing to society and who is doing something different.
Who or what is your daily inspiration?
My daily inspiration is reading and meeting people and learning from different experiences what people have.
One quote from a book or a movie that has motivated you.
So there's a book, Winnie the Pooh, which we all read when we were youngsters. It says, what day is it today? And says, it's today. So today is a new day for all of us. So that's, I always remember that every day is a new day. Every day is a new learning. That's how we go about it.
3 things that are non-negotiable to you.
Honesty, compassion, and transparency.
One habit that you want to get rid of.
Getting involved too deeply into anything that I do. So I get involved very deep and go very deep into it. That's I would like to, get rid of.
One secret skill you have.
Making sketches of motorbikes and jeeps. Sitting in a conference, when there's a little bit of free time, I'd like to do that.
A hobby you want to pick up.
Green thumbs. Getting into horticulture, not landscaping. Getting into horticulture, learning how plants can be grown faster, how they can be more green, and making our environment more green.
Who or what is your daily inspiration?
Reading and an urge to learn as we move through the day from different people and absorb what everybody has to give into our daily lives and daily routine.
If you could have superpower, what would it be?
To make this world a better place, make it more peaceful,
What is your fitness goal?
a walk every day in the morning, doing yoga,
What is your morning wellness ritual?
walk at 5 a.m., go take a walk, do yoga, and then have a cup of tea with my friends and exchange notes, joke, and become stress-free with the interaction with my friends. Where there's no business talk, it's only cracking jokes.
What do you do for your mental wellness?
Yoga and meditation and listening to music, could be devotional, could be Sufi.
How do you deal with the blues?
That's a very interesting question, and we have a very different way of dealing with the blues. As a family, we sit down with the children and discuss the issue on a very transparent basis to see how we can tackle any problem that we have. So that helps them in maturing their thoughts also. And they come up with sometimes with fantastic ideas to deal with these things. Let's go to the office. We have a very informal environment in the office. We are a very small studio, a mid-sized company, and there's no boss and employee relationship.
Who all are in your family?
My wife, my daughter, and my son, all of us are architects. We are the third generation of architects.
The best life lesson you have learned from your parents?
Hard work, transparency, and commitment.
Favorite childhood memory with your parents?
Going to picnics with them on every weekend in a large park. You won't know it's Buddha Jayanti Park in Delhi. It's got water bodies and rolling lawns. It's a large place. So that's a great memory that I have.
According to you, what are the 4 basic blocks of a successful family life?
Transparency, commitment, honesty, and being with each other.
One environmental cause you are really concerned about.
So we are doing this project in Kasauli where we are, very conscious of the environment, where water, as we know, is the mainstay of life, and so we take care of how to retain water from the rains, how to use less water. We have a drip irrigation system, we have a rainwater harvesting system, which takes care, we have a large site, and that's a very important area because water is life at the end.
One humanitarian cause you want take up in your professional capacity?
So we are already doing that at Kasauli. What we are doing is we are doing a whole skill development for the local villagers. The whole project is being handled by local villagers in the construction phase, and we have seen them grow up, uplift their economic setup by buying vehicles, making pakka houses. So we have seen all that, and their skill is developing because of whatever we can impart to them as our knowledge into the construction industry.
Sustainability is more important than ever and is on its way to becoming a standard in architecture. Your thoughts?
I totally agree with you. What we are seeing today in our daily lives is climate change, and it's a burning issue for mankind as such. So we have to be very conscious of our environment and make efforts to sustain whatever we have today, because whatever we have on this planet is finite, it's not infinite. So it's very important that when we design our buildings, the way we live, it has to be sustainable.
What do you see as important issues or considerations in your projects?
Truest living, commitment, and sustainable. These are the most important things in our projects in terms of delivery in time, cost overruns, and making them sustainable to the environment, following all the norms that technology can offer us today. Come into my house.
When did you realize that you wanted to pursue this career?
So you're asking me a question which goes back 4 decades. more than 4 decades. So year 74, I qualified from school and we started construction of our house in Delhi. And that is the time I realized that dealing in space is a very interesting area to be in. And the background of visiting Chandigarh, a mecca of architecture in India, in a live workshop helped me in making that decision.
What has been the 3 biggest high points in your career so far?
So this is also goes way back and one is in the middle. So these 2 things I remember very clearly in my life. That we were doing this project Timber Trail Resort in the mountains and we sent them the layout drawings and we said them please do the survey and lay it out on the site. This was a hilly site like a saddle and I used to drive up in the morning and come back in the evening from the site, and this was like 300 kilometers from our house. So I reached in the morning and I have 100 people sitting under a big peepal tree and the client says, look, we couldn't do the surveyor didn't come, why don't you help us do the layout? So I did the layout and it was correct by, just by the thumb rule, whatever I learned in college, and I was fresh out of college, a year out of college. So that was a very interesting high point in my life. And the second was we were doing a master plan for the Abu Dhabi airport free zone in Abu Dhabi. And we presented the design, the pitch, the master plan, and the whole board of the Abu Dhabi airport department got up and gave us a standing ovation and told us that you have changed our thought process from whatever we were doing. They were doing a warehousing project and we gave them a very interesting project. And they said, you have changed our total view. And another very interesting point was, in Goa, when we delivered that building in Goa, the Secretariat of South Goa, unknown people called us and said, thank you for protecting the heritage of Goa and taking it into the future.
What is your business mantra?
Very interesting question. It's being diligent, being honest, honoring our commitments, and being transparent. Tell the client what you can deliver, what you can't deliver.
What are the 3 qualities one needs to excel in this business?
Commitment, timely delivery, and transparency.
What is the best professional advice you have received?
This was from my father. So the day I started my profession, he said, commit whatever you can. Don't overcommit yourself. Make any financial commitments which are within your means. And be honest.
What are the challenges faced by you?
I started very early in life. I worked for a year and then I started my profession. And I have been lucky, I think, and being blessed. And there were not many challenges. Yes, there were challenges of not receiving your fees, not receiving, due respect in the profession. But slowly you have to be at it, and it kind of changed. And that I think we are blessed that way. And what we did was that we were always very honest and always very committed to whatever we were doing.
Your quick advice to young leaders.
Commitment, hard work. These are the 2 main things. They cover everything. And being honest goes without saying.
Awards you were surprised to receive.
So we were middle of our career, approximately, I think 20 years back, 25 years back. We received a presidential award. So that was a good surprise. DLC is a great place to learn, to share, to give momentum to your business ideas. And I would urge anybody and everybody to join and be a part of this movement called DLC.